Bienvenue, everyone. It is Sue with Sue is retiring to France on a shoestring once again. And I realized that I have some new viewers or more viewers that are coming to the channel, which is fantastic. So for anybody who's here for the first time, I retired last May and I am making the move to France this coming May on a very tight budget. I am going to be doing it solely on my Social Security income. And so far, knock on wood and crossed fingers and all that good stuff, I have not had to touch my retirement savings yet. And hopefully I will not need to at any time in the near future. I do have enough short-term savings to make it to France with the flights, with the dogs, with everything. So that is the backstory. What is new here on this one more day closer to making the big move? Well, again, this weekend and this morning, I cleared out more stuff from the RV. Again, such a great feeling. And in fact, my bed has storage underneath the entire portion of it. And the entire bed lifts up on a hydraulic system. You just have to lift it up, basically. But I have cleared that out now completely from being jam tight, except for the things that I will be taking with me to France. Apart from one thing, and that's what I still haven't decided if I'm taking it with me or selling it. 2.5 years ago, before I went in to get my left knee replaced, I purchased an 88 key keyboard to reteach myself piano, which I played for many, many years as a young girl. Thinking that I would have all this amazing time while I was recuperating, I thought it would be a fun thing to do. But I'm notorious, as are many other people with ADD, of getting a thought in their head and then a hobby or something else that is bright and shiny and sparkly, and then basically doing nothing with it, which is exactly what happened with my piano. So it has been sitting in its plastic underneath my bed for 2 years now. I have to decide if I want to take that with me to France, that it would be something fun to do once I actually really do have time to devote to it, which I thought I would back then, but I did not because rehab took a lot more out of me than I had expected, or to just bite the bullet and sell it. Regardless, it's sitting under my bed right now, as it has been, with my Christmas ornaments and a couple of other small things. So yay me for getting that completely cleared out. But the main focus for this video is that I had mentioned in the last one that I was going to be meeting with a woman yesterday who was possibly interested in purchasing my RV. She has a very specific need for it. She goes to a twice a year huge, I don't know if I can't really call it a flea market. I'm not quite sure what it is, but she has a booth that is set up all year round. But this event is in Round Top, Texas. It's between Austin and Houston. And she goes there for the entire month of March and the entire month of October. And I guess it's just a free-for-all for people that want to buy furniture and dishes and clothing and you name it. It's just a huge, huge marketplace. And she has had difficulty in the past, especially this last time in October, in finding appropriate lodging for the entire month. She kind of got screwed around this time and she decided no more. So she's looking around for an RV to basically park on a place there, keep it there year round, and then use it as she sees fits. So she came over and we had a lovely, lovely chat. And in fact, it was really interesting because she knew that I was going to be moving in May, but she needs to have the rig by March. So long story short, her proposal is that I get the rig completely up to speed, whatever that might be, and then drive it down with her at the beginning of March so she can learn how to use it. And then I would stay at her parents' home. They're both gone now, but she keeps it here in the town where I live in. And she comes down here about once every 3 or 4 weeks to visit friends and do some other things. And to basically buy my RV, then offer me a place to live pretty much rent free, except for utilities, from March, April, and May. So that's a lot to process, isn't it? Part of me is very interested in the opportunity because it is a sure sell if I am game for it. But there are so many red flags. Maybe I can't call them red flags. There's just flags that make it almost impossible to do. For starters, I leave 2 weeks from tomorrow to go to France for 2 weeks for a scouting trip. I don't think that I can get the rig properly assessed, and if anything needs to get done before March 1st, actually get it done in that time frame. That's really only 6 weeks from now. Also, when I get back from France, a week after, I will be going in for shoulder surgery. And after shoulder surgery, I'm going to be in a sling for 6 weeks. So I won't even be able to do any type of maintenance work or additional cleaning or sorting or anything after February 21st for a minimum of 6 weeks, which means that I can't drive a big, bulky RV 10 miles, let alone 300 miles, to drop it off and then set it up for this woman. And on the front end, I also would not be able to tidy it up. I can't really think of the right word here. Getting it ready to go on the road again. For example, pulling in all the sewer hoses, all the kind of stuff that's out there, unhooking things, making sure that it's travel ready. There's a checklist that I follow. And then on the back end, so let's just assume somehow I was able to do that, or she was able to get somebody else to drive it down there and set it up, and I went with her just to show her how everything works. I don't really think that I and the dogs want to stay in somebody else's guest suite. It is big enough for 3 months when it's the last 3 months that I'm going to be living here, wanting to be able to have that time to sell what I need to sell and prep for the trip. So maybe just talking this out with you all is confirming my gut feeling that this is just not the right opportunity for me. And maybe what I need to be looking at it as a good sign that there will be other opportunities to come to be able to sell this fairly easily and quickly. I'd love to get your thoughts. If you've watched this far and you've got thoughts on that, what your take is on that kind of arrangement. Also today, I informed our park manager of my plans of leaving at the end of May, unless, of course, there might be some sort of hiccup with the visa process if they need more paperwork that I don't have in hand that I have to wait for. But I informed her that I will definitely be paying rent on the lot through May, possibly June, and that I will be putting up one of those like real estate flyer boxes on my mailbox post within the next couple of days with flyers about the RV so that anybody who's in the park or knows somebody who is looking for what I have to offer can be aware of it. And that was something I'd been putting off, I think because every time you tell somebody big news, it makes the event that much more real. It's exciting, right? But at the same time, as I've mentioned before, it is scary. So that's it for today. A very short video just on what has transpired in the last 24 hours, pretty much. And I wish everybody a bonjour, bonsoir, au revoir, and I will see you again soon. Take care.